First of all, I want to apologize. Last week, I was sounding like I was way back here for some strange reason, but even though the microphone was on my face, but nevertheless, I was able to rectify and fix the situation, and now the mic is in my face like an under there. All right, enough of my incoherent rambling. Welcome to another episode. Show your friends as well too. And before we get started, I got not only one but two of the best co-hosts in the world. I'm gonna do it tired. All right. Introducing first from Fayetteville, North Carolina, manning the ship. He is the one, the only, the almighty Be Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Oh man, oh man. Can you feel it in the atmosphere? Can you feel it? I know we get excited about professional football. And when it comes to the NFL and the preseason has ended, now it's time to start making these 53-man rosters. But I'm sorry, fellas. You know where my heart lies. We already had week 0 of college football, which I watched none of because I didn't care about any of the teams involved. But week 1 is coming up this Saturday. This it's probably Thursday, Friday. There's games. It's happening. You've got Texas, Ohio State. You've got LSU, Clemson. You've got Notre Dame, Miami. You've got Virginia Tech, South Carolina. You've got Florida State, Alabama. We are here.
And we're going to win.
And Pitt's playing somebody. I couldn't tell you who they're playing. Whoa. Oh, man.
Playing Valdosta State. No, I'm joking.
But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. As opposed to try to talk and build up that anymore, spot the ball. We're going to talk about a little NFL stuff, and then we might include the other guy into this podcast, maybe just a little bit. Just, Eddie, cool, go ahead and introduce the other guy, and let's go ahead and see what we got going on here.
Superman. All right, the other guy, he is the pride of Washington, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one, the only, the money man, Scotty D.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Be Live, you're right, baby. I feel the excitement. It is coming. I did watch a little bit of Kansas State and Iowa State, and I fell asleep. And I had another game on later on that night, and I think it went to like a weather break or something, and I never saw the rest of it. But yeah, I can feel the electricity. It's not only is it college football season, not only is it fantasy football season, it's also bowling season. That's right. It's time to get back to our fall routine. Football, bowling. One more month of baseball pennant races too. We gotta acknowledge that.
I don't understand you. Like, you know, it's gotta be like it's one of those things where the things that you pride yourselves on, and the things that excite you. I never come on here. I never come on this program and downplay your hobbies and your trades. Have I ever said anything bad about your golfing habits and how much you love golf?
Did I say anything bad about bowling?
Your tone. Your tone.
Go review the tape. My tone is the exact same as when I said fantasy football and football season. It's the same. It's all the same. You're paranoid. You're paranoid, bro.
In case you're wondering, the SportsBros podcast fantasy football draft is tonight. Yeah, I got so much stuff going on. I'm coming and going.
Hope you guys can pick my team for me. I'm on assignment tonight.
I'm gonna be at the bowling alley. I'm gonna be like throwing the ball down the lane. Crap.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup. Oh,
got your own shoes? Got your own shoes?
See, that's what.
That's just a question. I just asked.
You should know this about me. Yes, I have my own shoes. Yes, I have my own equipment. Y'all know. Oh, so y'all
button-down shirt? You have a button-down shirt?
Shut up.
I just
Eddie Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, before they kill up each other, before Scotty D doesn't
I
go
didn't.
to his assignment and B Live is not able to bowl tonight, let's go ahead and get this podcast out the way. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The top of the order. Horse dive.
All right, let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order.
Okay.
All right. So last week on the SportsBros podcast, if you're listening and watching, shout out to everybody listening and watching and doing both. All right. We gave a little preview and prediction of the American Football Conference, the AFC. All right. And me and somebody in Facebook, we got into an argument about the AFC West because they try to hang it over my head. Y'all not gonna win that little scrawny cornerback that y'all got for Carolina. I was like, who's your team? They was like, the Denver Broncos. I was like, oh. And then I said in return, you got to get past Patrick Mahomes first. And then the person was like, well, there are far more other quarterbacks better than Patrick Mahomes. I said, who? And they said, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, and Lamar Jackson. I was like, okay, we got 3 rings by Mahomes, and them 3 got 1 ring. All right, cool. Yeah, not allowed to debate football with me. All right, with that being said, fellas, let's go ahead and hop into a prediction of the NFC National Football Conference. Let's start up here on the north side, north side, the AFC North. Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, and Detroit. Scotty D, who you got, where, when, why, and how?
Rolling with the Packers to win that division this year. I know Detroit has been kind of the favorite the last couple of years. They've been really close, but I feel like they're going the wrong way at losing their 2 coordinators, and I think Jared Goff has peaked. That's my prediction. Now they're still stacked, they're still loaded, and if they went 14-3, I wouldn't be surprised. But I still feel like the Green Bay is kind of upstart and got some things rolling, and a healthy Jordan Love this year could do wonders to win that division. I'm going with the Pack. Be live.
Be like, what say you?
The NFC North. I feel like I always have an affinity for the Detroit Lions, and I don't think that changes. I don't think Green Bay has improved enough to overtake that division. Yes, it's going to be the jury is still out to see if Dan Campbell can keep the status quo without the coordinators. I think just that talent-wise, Detroit is just above the rest. I know coaching is a lot when it comes to football, but at the end of the day, I think talent overrides all. I think that Jared Goff does what he needs to do to win football games. He's not going to be one that's going to give away the game. And so I still believe Detroit Tigers are the staple. They are the ones.
No.
The Tigers or the Lions?
Did I say the Tigers?
You sure did.
Oh, man.
Having a great year, though. Having a good year.
The Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know why I said that. I don't usually do that, but whatever.
It's school season again.
The Detroit Lions are the staple of the NFC North, and I believe that they shall reign supreme once again. Now, I will say Green Bay, I think, will do some damage in the playoffs. But yeah, it's still the Detroit Lions for me. Yes, sir.
Be Live, you say Detroit. Scotty D says Green Bay. Scotty D, I think I'm gonna have to roll with you on this one as far as Green Bay goes because Jordan Love has a plethora of young wide receivers at his disposal, and they look good. And like you said, it'll be interesting to see if the Lions can recover from losing 2 good coaches in Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. So it'll be interesting to see. So Scotty, I'm gonna roll with you. And Eddie Cool is going to say the Pack, Green Bay Packers. It feels kind of weird rooting for Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre is not there, but yet and still, it is what it is. All right. Let's go ahead and slide over to the South Side. The South Side, yeah. The NFC South. Our Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Be live. I'm gonna start with you first, man. What say you?
All right. Let's see. How do I do this? How do I take the fandom out of it and come with a conscientious choice when it comes to the NFC South? I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
I think Carolina will be improved. I put them at 9-8.
Wow, that's a big jump.
In this division, I think 9-8 could win the division.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I think a 10-7 Tampa Bay team will win the division. And now it would be nice. But I really just think that Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and they got a two-headed monster running back with
Bucky. I got Bucky.
Bucky Irving and Rashad White.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is pretty stout. I just really this is me being unbiased. Oh, it don't taste right on the tongue.
He's better throwing up in his mouth again.
It's not as bad. It's just don't taste right. You know,
I got you.
I just gotta wash my mouth out with soap. That's all. It's not throw up in the mouth that bad. I didn't say the Falcons. I don't know. But Tampa Bay, I think they're just somewhat evenly balanced. I think I need my Carolina Panthers to improve more on the defensive side of the ball. I wouldn't mind seeing them make a splash for Trey Hendrickson. That could sway I think that one move could sway the Panthers into that prominent position of winning the division. But I don't see enough improvement on the defensive side of the ball for them to make that much of an impact. They'll win more games. Our wide receiver room is loaded, and I love it. Almost to the point of where they're actually thinking about trading Adam Thielen back to the Vikings because we have that many viable options.
If I'm not mistaken, B Live, I think we cut what's his name off?
David Moore, hopefully?
No. He's a wide receiver. He played at Colorado. What is his name?
Oh, you talk about Joe Horn Jr.
Yeah, Jimmy Horn. Yeah.
Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn. All right. Yeah. Dang. All right. I thought he was gonna make it. Well, all right.
You have Robbie Legend? Is Robbie Legend still there?
Okay, see, there you go. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers I picked to win the NFC South.
I think he's in Calgary, Scotty D.
Is he?
Hell, I don't know. I don't know. Don't make a damn.
I don't know where he's at.
Don't make a
damn bit of difference.
Lee.
All right, so
gotta keep your eye on Robbie Legend. He's out there. He's available.
Scotty D, before he came on the show to say, he's like, "You think we can knock this out in an hour?" And he's already going off of 3 wild ass tangents. Wow. Yes, you. Yes.
What tangents?
All right, Scotty D.
Where's Robbie?
That was funny.
That's a question.
Did you pick your make a choice for this NFC South?
I'm going with the Bucks too.
Okay. I guess that's a clean sweep because I'm picking the Bucks as well too. Because they're like B-Live said, this might be a 9-8 division. You know, what 9-8 get you, but 10-7. I think the Tampa Bay has all the tools to do it.
I think they'll be the 4th seed.
4th seed.
But that's who I think.
That does not make me any less of a Panthers fan. For those listeners out there, don't you dare.
Yeah,
I want my Panthers to win this division. That wasn't the question.
Yeah, we're not worried about Tyler Shuff or whatever that mess they got going on in Atlanta.
We don't give a crap about what's going on in Aintland down in Nolans.
Not nothing. Good jambalaya, gumbo, boudin, but your football team. All right, Scotty D, let's go to your neck of the woods, the NFC East. How about them Cowboys, the Washington Commanders, the New York Football Giants?
Loaded division.
Yeah. And I'm always forgetting one team.
The New York Football Giants.
He said them. He said the Commanders. He said the Eagles. Said the Cowboys.
That's what. Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles. That's what I forgot. Yeah, go ahead.
No, the Super Bowl winning champions. And you forgot that they were in that. Oh boy,
I tell you, man, I'm running on fumes, be live. I'm running on
Forgettable team. They're a
fumes.
forgettable team.
Oh wow. But we finna catch all kind of heat. All right, Scotty D, what say you? You better not say them Cowboys neither. No.
Well, I mean, I'm having a hard time finding a loss on the Cowboys schedule this year. It's hard,
Would you stop with the bull?
but just to try to play even with everybody else, I will take the Eagles to repeat the division.
Okay,
Typically, you
so
don't get repeats in that division. It's been a long time since anyone's won that division in consecutive years. I'm not sure that Washington is quite ready to make that next step, and I think the Cowboys are going the wrong way. I think the Cowboys. I mean, how can I pick the Cowboys? They don't know who the running back is. They have a new head coach, new coordinators. It's a disaster. Jarrah is still alive. I mean, there's no winning for the Cowboys anytime soon.
Michael Parsons is on the table training,
Yeah, I mean,
training
playing on the
table
table.
sleep and
Yeah.
unsigned.
Yeah, it's a dumpster fire in Dallas. I got the Cowboys at a 7-10 record this year.
Mm, mm,
Yep,
mm,
7-10.
That's good. All right. I wasn't that brutal against my own team, but hey, oh boy, all right. Yeah, it's the Eagles. Now here's the thing. I want to make sure that it is clear. The Eagles have lost a ton of production on the defensive side of the ball. It is not going to be the same. It is not going to be them same Eagles that you saw last year that was just that run rampant in your backfield and cause a ruckus. They lost a lot of players departed from the Eagles. Will they be able to rebuild from that and be the same team that they were last year? I'm not going to sit here and say that they repeated Super Bowl champions, but I don't see enough of an improvement from any of the other teams to usurp them. Now, I will say this. The Commanders, you know what? I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say this. It hurts me to my core because I kept this guy in fantasy, but I don't think Jaden Daniels has the same success that he had last year. I think
sophomore slump.
Yeah, and see the thing about this, I really don't like that term sophomore slump because it's not necessarily a slump. It's just teams start learning who you actually are. It's not a slump. It's just it's the
I always
NFL.
say that if you have a great rookie season, I need to see year two because these defensive coordinators get paid a lot of money to sit all summer and try to figure you out.
And so, but here's the thing. Here's the upside. Here's the upside. The Commanders and Scary Terry McLaurin, they've come to an agreement.
Yeah.
3 years, I believe it's $63 million. No, like 96 million dollars. And some guaranteed money in there. And so that saga is over. Scary Terry gets paid. He's old, but he still gets paid. He's happy, maybe, so to speak. I guess he wants to stay in Washington now, as opposed to getting traded. And maybe that right there, that cohesiveness will return between him and Jaden Daniels. And Deebo Samuel, hopefully he lost the weight that he looked like he gained because he came in looking like a chunky monkey.
Looking real chunky.
Real chunky. And that's coming from me.
Who's chunky?
Deebo Samuel.
Do you not see
Deebo,
yeah. Deebo came in. I was like, ooh, boy, you hefty.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Because if he comes to form, that's the Commanders could very well end up winning that division if Deebo Samuel comes back to form. I think they have the weapons to do so. And I think, you know what, that's something else that ain't tasting right on my tongue. Did I just say the Commanders? I meant the Redskins no-name football team Commander Piglets. My bad. There he is. There we go. I gotta bring it back. All right. But yeah. I'm picking the Eagles. And I'm picking the Commanders being the wild card pick in there.
All right. Yeah, I can see that. I'm also going to Eagles too. Dallas, I don't know what's going on with them. I mean, I know what's going on with them, but I don't know what's going on with them. The Giants with that doggone Jackson Dart, man. Don't be surprised if we see him during the early part of the season, the Giants look okay. They look okay, but not
Oh
enough
my
to
gosh! But have you seen the schedule they're bringing in the season with? They might be 7 games in, and Dayball might be gone, and he might be out the door with Russ Wilson. They have a really good. I mean, I'm exaggerating about them. I don't think they'll fire Dayball this season. Well, man, you never know. They have a stout schedule to begin with. I don't remember it off the top of my head how so. I remember looking at it thinking, oh, these guys may not win till November.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, that bad, huh? That bad. I'm
The,
curious. I almost want to look it up now, but I'm
the
gonna pick the
Giants,
Eagles.
the Giants are entertaining. Let's just
Yeah.
they're entertaining. They've got a quarterback room that is just comical.
Yeah.
Here's how they start: at Washington, at
Mm.
Dallas, home
Mm.
against the Chiefs, home against the
Mm.
Chargers.
Mm.
Week 5 at the Saints. There's their first win, and then they get the Eagles on Thursday the 9th. So their first 6 games are no picnic. They're 1-5.
1-5. Yeah.
Well, they could
Easily.
beat the Cowboys. I mean, we don't know what the heck. I mean, Cowboys could be terrible too.
Yeah.
Dak could be out by the season by then.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no.
I'm gonna say this. Why do I like when we talk? It's almost ingrained in us that the Cowboys are somehow going to suck just because they're the Cowboys. But what would it be shocking that Dak Prescott with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens somehow comes out and just is like lights out?
He should, but he's Dak.
Yeah.
And there's question marks all over the backfield. You would think they should be able to throw it, and Jake Ferguson's a more than capable tight end, and have just Jalen Tolbert in the slot. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm as anxious and curious to see it as myself. I know for a fact they will have 0 playoff success. I am 100% sure on that. They might, if they win 12 games in the regular season, they will lose the opening round in the playoffs. I know that much. That's all I can guarantee is no playoff success. But I guess I got them penciled in as 7 wins.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, before we wrap this segment up, let's go ahead real quick. The NFC West, we have the 49ers, the Cardinals, the Seahawks. Why do I always forget the 4th team? What is wrong with me?
The Rams.
And the Rams. Okay, there you go. And the Rams. Brain fart's bad, man. Brain fart's bad. So I'll go first. I think this division could be a toss-up, but if I'm looking at it on paper, I think the Rams might have the best chance to do it. Because, believe it or not, fellas, we might see a Stetson Bennings sighting at some point during the season.
If we do, they're out.
Right. I'm like, if that's the case, then my money will not be on the Rams at all.
Yeah. You guys don't believe in the Rams? No, let me stop.
No, I believe in the Rams, but I believe in the Rams with a healthy Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
If Matt Stafford is not healthy, he misses some games. The Rams miss the playoffs. Now, and the thing about it is that the 49ers are still the 49ers. Brock Purdy can, it's one of those things. We'll see with Brandon Ayuk being out for the majority of the season. Let's see what he does with Juwan Jennings, and will Christian McCaffrey be healthy? I mean, the 49ers are.
They just signed Brian Robinson. They made a trade for.
Yeah, they just signed him too. Yep.
And don't they have the receiver that got shot last year in the
Pearsall, yeah.
Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah. You know what I was.
Is he the one that got shot in the jewelry store or something?
Speaking of getting
Brian
shot,
Robinson Jr. also got shot.
I was about to say that. Speaking of that, you know what I saw the other day? Somebody posted a meme saying, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. That sounds like your pepper point. So I'm not going to do that."
It isn't. Okay. It isn't.
All right. So I saw a meme, and they were like, "You know what? It would be pretty cool if they had Ricky Pearsall and Brian Robinson Jr. coming out of the tunnel with 50 Cent's Many Men playing." Because that happened in Washington when he did that. Yeah.
I didn't see that one. My bad. I saw the one where this is like the 49ers have the perfect opportunity to run the pistol formation. Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy. The internet is savage.
Yo. I said, yo, wow. Because I looked at it first, like the pistol formation. And then they had a picture of Pearsall. And I was like, no, y'all is foul.
Wow.
Y'all is diabolical with it. But yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're picking the 49ers?
I think I am. I think
Okay.
I am picking the 49ers because I think Stafford doesn't run a full 17 game season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I'm at on those two teams, going with a toss up between those two. And I had the same dilemma last year. The same two teams that went back and forth on last year. I'm going to bank on Matthew Stafford getting protected and the Rams having a good enough young defense that's going to improve upon last year. They were close last year to advancing in the playoffs. They had, they're right there, and they still have the guy that I consider to be the best coach in the NFL trying to figure things out. So I'm going with the Rams to win that division. And as wild cards, I'm going to take the Skins, the Lions, and 49ers.
So you said the Packers. So for the division win, I was like the Lions. Wow, yeah, you're right. You're right. Me,
You already got Washington, you said, as a wild
that's
card.
why I'm going Washington. I'm going Green Bay, and I'm going with the
Carolina
Rams.
Panthers. Oh.
I'm going with again, the Panthers 9-8. That doesn't make the playoffs as a wild card, but I mean, we've seen wilder things happen. I don't know. It's just eke out one more win than I expect, Panthers. We're right there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. But yeah, I'm going Rams, Packers, and Commander Piglets.
Yeah, Scotty D, I'm gonna have to copy off you, man. Lions, 49ers, and the Commander Skin Piglet team, no names.
All right. Well, I threw this one at you last week. I'm going to throw this one at you again. Who's
Okay.
going to be the worst team in the NFC this year?
New Orleans Saints. Bam.
Ooh.
There it is, right there. The New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I mean, Kellen Moore, this is his first year at the job. I mean, stranger things have happened, but with what the Saints got going on, I don't see it, man. I mean, from the quarterback position, you got a choice between Shuck, Rattler, and the one dude that posed like this. Yeah, I don't know. I see the
It was at Jake Hayner.
I just see the Saints being the drizzling poops and hot garbage. I know some Saints fans are watching and listening, but you know it's the truth as well too.
I,
I'm just
I
saying.
I've already talked to a good friend of mine that's this Aints fan, and he was thinking the same exact thing. He said this not going to be a good season
Mm.
for them.
Shaheed
Uh,
might be going via trade. Some people gonna get up out of there. Alvin Kamara's getting a little bit older. It's just
just and the fact that Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler, I think they have a worse QB room than the Cleveland Browns do.
oh that Cleveland was bad.
And
No,
that's hard. That's hard to do. But
mm,
you still have a Super Bowl winning quarterback in Joe Flacco. At least he gives you a little bit of expertise, a little bit of veteran leadership. You have no veteran leadership in the Saints QB room. So
mm.
that right there, that's why it's hard to be worse than the Saints QB room, but I mean worse than the Browns QB room. But I think the Saints have got it, and therefore they are clear cut the worst team in the NFC.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not very interesting because I already had an ink, the New Orleans Saints. So it's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
We all picked it. I gave a little consideration to the Seahawks because I don't really think I trust in Sam Darnold too much to get a second year with the big fat contract. But yeah, I think the Saints, I almost feel like they're tanking deliberately. Like they didn't even really try to get one of the top quarterbacks this year because I think they know next year's the class. So
Yeah.
all right, well,
Yes.
hey, that leaves us with Super Bowl picks.
Super Bowl picks. What you got? We got like a minute and 30 left. Super Bowl picks. Let's see who we got. Let's see. Super Bowl picks in the AFC. I think Kansas City runs it back. coming out you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we get a rematch to the Super Bowl, but I think Kansas City gets it this time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna go out on the limb just because that's how I like to live out there. I think the Ravens make it out of the AFC.
Okay.
I think something you can't keep getting closer than like somebody unlocks that potential in the playoffs, and they finally get it done in the playoffs. The Ravens, and I'm going to go with. Yeah, I can't go against the Eagles. I'm trying to. I just don't see a team better than the Eagles in the NFC.
Yep. Scotty D, what say you?
And who did you pick? The Ravens to win it all?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I agree with you guys. I don't see an NFC team that's good enough to overtake the Eagles. And they may not be as good as last year, but I think they will be good enough to do it again. So we all got the Eagles going. Are we,
All
are
right,
we
Scott.
on?
Yes,
Yeah.
Scotty, we are on. And with that being said, Scotty D left us in high suspense as he was making his Super Bowl pick. So who you got, money man?
Well, we all got Philly, and and we all have a different team winning the Super Bowl. The drought is finally over for the Buffalo Bills as they win their first Super Bowl. I like what they did in the offseason. They added up some defense. I got Joey Bosa. I got Joey Bosa this year.
Mm-hmm.
I got Larry Ogunjobi. I added Josh Palmer. Yeah, I'm going Bills. Bills over Eagles, and that's all I got for that.
But I heard from a
And I
Bills.
had Newcastle winning this soccer game, but I don't know.
Stop it. But I heard from a Bills fan that secondary might be a little suspect for the Bills.
Maybe. Or
Yep.
maybe they turn the corner and
Yep.
they surge. You never know.
Yep. You never know about that. Yep. So, dang, the Lions released Hendon Hooker. Uh, 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 yeah, that's crazy. But anyways, all right. With that being said, that about does it for the NFC prediction portion of the podcast. Looking at my phone because I've yet to get a watch. Guess what time it is?
What's happening? What time is it? Let's go in.
Time for the choices of the voices.
time for freaking. Yes, it is time once again for our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices.
I guessed it. That's the first time I ever came up with it on 100 and was it how many episodes? 110 episodes?
300.
300 episodes.
Button, hit it. Choices of the voices coming at you after this.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
Once again, thank you to the wonderful and
Ever so lovely Miss Button
for introducing our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. Man, you know how we do it. We ask y'all a question, you give us the answer, we talk about it right here on the choices of the voices on the Sports Bros podcast. Scotty D, we didn't get much traction, but we're going to keep on trying. What's the question for this week's choices of the voices, sir?
You know, I love that the NFL's championship game is called the Super Bowl. I just love the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The bowl is super.
Bowl. Yeah. Okay. The question was who's your favorite Monday Night Football announce team ever? And evidently most of you don't watch Monday Night Football, or at least you haven't been paying attention. Because not too many of you chimed in here, but JoJo Comfort Your Life Was Calling did. Eddie Cool, what did the people say?
He sure did. The coolest name in the game, JoJo Comfort. He said in the middle 80s to the early 90s, the crew of Al Michaels, Dan Dierdorf, and Frank Gifford. I remember them. Yeah, they were pretty good. They're pretty good. Yep.
I was not a Dierdorf fan. I just thought he was dumb. Like his tongue was too big or something.
He did kind of have
a
whole lot going on there. Yeah, Dan Dierdorf. Was he a running back or a lineman?
I think he was a lineman. I think he was offensive lineman, but I couldn't swear to it.
Yeah. Did he play for the Dolphins? Or that was like Zonka?
Cardinals. Play for the Cardinals.
Okay, yes. My bad. I get him and Zonka mixed up. All right. We got Sean Connors, shaken, not stirred. He gives us a picture of Dennis Miller. And that's all he gives us. So
no.
Yeah,
you know what's sad? If you remember that year that Dennis Miller was on there, though, Monday Night Football had some great endings of games. They had some great games.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year that Antonio Freeman tipped the ball to himself when he was laying on the ground and ran into the end zone.
He did what?
Yeah. And that was also the same year the Jets and the Dolphins had that epic shootout when I think it wasn't a lineman caught the
Jumbo Elliott. Yeah, he caught a touchdown.
Elliott caught a touchdown pass late. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis Miller's on there saying some abstract weird comedy things, but yeah. But the games were good that year. There was a handful of really good games on that year.
Yep. All right. And Corey Logren, he just gave us a graphic of The Simpsons.
What?
Yeah, he just gave us.
See, Live, is there room in a penalty box for this game?
See, here's the thing.
Hold on. And then Scott Donnelly said, Corey, bro, what are you even doing? And then Sean Connor says, Corey Logren, what does this represent? I'm glad you asked, Sean. What the hell is this, Corey?
Well, here's where I'm gonna go. Here's what I'm gonna go with. This particular instance was for it was a Disney Plus feature, The Simpsons, where they did an animation of the Bengals Cowboys, as you see in the picture. Had Drew Carter on play-by-play, and had Mina Kimes and Dan Orlovsky on color commentary.
Yeah, it was Drew Carter.
And here's the thing. Nobody knows. So I was like, I can't even. Mina Kimes, I'm okay with. Dan Orlovsky doing color. I'm
a little weird.
I don't think I want any of that, and I don't even know who Drew Carter is. So I'm like, yeah.
He a new kid on the block?
You saw like an old wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers, because we had a dude named Drew Carter many years ago, and he didn't amount to nothing. So Corey, we don't know.
I mean, but here's the thing. I could throw him in the penalty box, but he did reference a Monday Night Football game that had a unique commentary to it. I mean, it's not necessarily true to the actual question because maybe he's just talking about the concept.
Okay.
I'm trying.
All right, my favorite. Glad you asked.
There goes Kenny. Yeah.
I still Al Michaels to me is always like the voice of Monday Night Football. I loved him with John Madden, but growing up and listening to Frank Gifford, Howard Cosell, and Al Michaels, I think that's the best team. I did like Tirico and Gruden, but those three, and actually the picture I had is Dandy Don Meredith was on that announced team. He's one of you always saying, "Turn out the lights, the party's over" at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I like the dynamic that Al Michaels had with Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell. That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was a fan of Howard Cosell. No, I was a fan of John Madden and Al Michaels. Of course, we grew up in that era where John Madden was football and the football game and everything, and so then it was like listening to your two uncles talk about football. You had the one uncle that was loud and John Madden. You had the one uncle that was kind of he had his own swag, and that was Al Michaels. And I don't care. And it's a damn shame that they relegated Al Michaels, the stinking Amazon. Put Al back on major network TV.
Yeah.
What do you do? No. You
put the game back on regular network TV.
Man, I don't even want to talk about streaming services. Be Live, who you got? I'm about to go ahead. Be Live. I'm about to go on a tangent.
I'm already there when it comes to the streaming services. You already know my stance with the WWE. Yeah. And then you miss. But okay,
you're not happy.
Breathing exercise.
You're not happy about it.
I'm with Eddie Cool with this one. John Madden and Al Michaels. It jumps out to me like John Madden's just that memorable voice, and I think what made it even better was that we had to suffer through Dennis Miller, and then they finally got it right, and that just made it that much better. But yeah, John Madden literally was the voice and the face of football, especially like with the video game and whatnot. And it was, like you said, just two of your uncles, older uncles, is discussing all the aspects of football. Now, I will give honorable mention to Mike Tirico and John Gruden, because I think John Gruden added more of that technical aspect to it that became more popular than what we're seeing now when we hear the likes of your what the boy name, your Tony Romo's and
Tony Romo and
your Eli and Peyton, when they do their version of the show on Monday Night Football, how they break it down technically. I like hearing that. So I did enjoy John Gruden, Mike Tirico. But yeah, this John Madden, Al Michaels, that's nostalgic to me. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, everybody got their selections in? Perfect. All right, with that being said, that does it for another edition of the Choices of the Voices. Scotty D, what's on tap for next week?
All right, so the NFL is taking a step into technology. The Hawkeye technology is here. That means that the chain gang is out. Well, they're still going to be there, but they're secondary should the Hawkeye technology break down. So I ask, how do you feel about the Hawkeye technology replacing the chain gang? That'll give us something to talk about next week, Eddie Cool.
I'm a tradition. No, I'm joking. I'm playing. I'm not going to give my answer yet. All right, that'll give us something to talk about here. And y'all, we need y'all to participate in the Choice of the Voices. It's about y'all. Y'all know what y'all need to do. All right. With that being said, that does it for another edition of the Choice of the Voices. Be live. Grab that pepper grinder. It's time for a round of choices. A round of choices. A round of pepper. That's how you know your boy tired. What was it, last week?
This is a struggle bus of an episode.
What's the score to the Newcastle game?
It's 2-2 in the 99th minute. I don't like it.
In the 99th minute.
Now, what bowl is that? What bowl game is it?
Be live. Roll the graphic.
Something.
Stay. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back on the
Strike that
podcast.
from the record. Just strike that.
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
All right, y'all heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get what I call the hell up out of here. But before we go, a round of pepper. You know how we do it. 3 topics, rapid fire style, kind of, sort of, not really, here to engage, enlighten, educate, and entertain. That's a damn shame. I know the 4 E's, but I can't name 4 teams in a single division. But I digress in no particular order. With that being said, I'll go first. All right, fellas, you're going to love this one. On this day in history, back in 1922, the Cubs beat the Phillies in the highest scoring major league game. Just take a wild guess real quick what the score was. Scotty D, I'll start with you first. Just take a wild guess what the score was.
10-9.
No, be live. What say you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Liverpool just scored in the 101st minute.
Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's
the
go.
101st minute.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's 3 points for the good guys.
Yeah, we're gonna win the cup. We're gonna win the
God.
cup. We're gonna win the cup.
I'm sorry. My bad. Jeez, I was struggling. Like Newcastle is a man down. How are they tied with us?
No, but don't worry about what his guess is, Eddie Cole. What was the score?
I don't even know what you were
we
talking
don't care. We don't
All right,
care.
B, like I said, on this day in history, the Cubs beat the Phillies in the highest score in Major League Baseball games. And I told Scotty D to guess the score. He said 10-9. Be live. What did you just educate against? What do you think the score was?
The highest score in history.
He's busy watching the highest scoring game ever in soccer right now. It's 3-2.
22 to 20.
Baseball, okay.
22 to 17.
You know what? You're close, be live, because the score, the Cubs 26, the Phillies 23. This should have been a Bears Eagles game. Damn it, right? And this day in history back in 1922. Scotty D, over to you, sir.
After 2 stellar games this past week, Paul Skeens is 1 win away from being 9-9. He has the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball, and he has a good shot at getting to 500 in his next start. Fire Ben Cherington, sell the team, do better. Be live.
You know what? In the world that we live in, when you lose a job, when you're or you get suspended from a job, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough for you. Most times, like 99.9% of the time, when you lose jobs, you get whatnot. It's tough to bounce back. You try to find something that suits you, whatever. But when you get suspended as a high school coach, and then you just jump right back and become an NFL quarterback again, you know, it just sort of works out for you because Teddy Bridgewater is back in the NFL. He's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a backup. I think that's a well-warranted. Hey, okay, cool. Suspended from high school, coaching high school football. I'll just go back to the NFL. That's when you're just living life to its fullest.
You deserve it.
Teddy Bridgewater is back in the NFL. Eddie Koo, the ball.
All right, fellas, on this day in history, since we're talking about football, let's talk about jerseys. Let's talk about what the AFL did on this day in history back in 1960. The AFL begins placing players' names on the backs of their jerseys. It's hard to believe that there was a point in time where they played professional football and they didn't have any names on the backs of their jerseys. I think there's some video surfacing around somewhere too. But yeah, shout out to the AFL for being trendsetters because yeah, look at 00, look at 19, look at 10. We're not doing all that. Give us some names, all right? Over to you, Scotty D.
Or either of you guys want to talk about Rampage Jackson's son?
Oh
my goodness. Rampage Jackson, former UFC fighter who I was a big fan of, has a son who also is now an MMA fighter, and he somehow got involved with what was it called? Knox Wrestling?
Knox Pro Wrestling.
Knox Pro Wrestling, where he got hit by a beer can backstage by one of the performers. That was a mistake, and they apologized and shook hands. It was all good, and it was told to him he could still go into the ring and kind of do a little get a little receipt if you want. Well, he got more than a receipt. He got his money's worth because Not only did he knock out this fighter, what was his name? Psycho
Sid or something like that.
Something.
Psycho Stu. Yes.
Psycho Stu.
He slammed him down, and the guy hit his head, and he pretty much knocked him out on that. But then that was enough. I think he punched him 20 more times in the face. And at first, the other participants, they thought it was part of the show, and then it became apparent that he was knocking this guy senseless to the point that I think it took him 3 days to wake up. I think he just finally came to on Monday after this was Saturday night.
Yeah. Friday night, Saturday night, during the weekend.
I don't know what more needs to be done investigation wise, but this guy got to go to jail for that. That was a attempted murder from what I saw in my, because if you're an MMA fighter, you know that when you hit somebody, you know when they're going out. When you're in a fight, a referee stops you. There was no referee, there's no MMA referee here, but you know you can't keep doing what he did. Man, sickening sight. I hope this guy is okay, and I hope Rampage's son has to go away for a little while. It's only right. Be live.
It's irresponsible, man. Irresponsible.
Scotty D, I'm gonna ask you this question since you brought it up and everything, because I'm curious because I don't know. But I've been led to believe that boxing and MMA fights, they're sanctioned so it protects the fighters from certain situations like this. Like if somebody were to be injured because of what's happened, this is independent wrestling. There's no way that they would fall under it. Would they fall under that same sanction rule?
I don't think so, because this is just straight entertainment. But I mean, you still have to, be cleared. I would think. I mean, to be in. I mean,
was it the state athletic commission?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it pertains to sports entertainment. I don't. But
then that's because a couple things just popped out to me. Was the fact that MMA fighters are built different. You've seen a lot of fights where it takes the referee intervening for a fighter to stop fighting. That's not an off chance. That happens a lot where it's a literal trigger where, hey, I got him. He's open. Pat, 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 pat. Hey, bro, it's over.
But you see how fast sometimes the referees literally have to dive and tackle a guy to stop it, because they're taught in combat to finish the job so that this guy doesn't get up and do it to you. Yeah. In this case, this guy was not getting up. And you saw when the other guy, I mean, if you saw the actual footage of it, there were several wrestlers that came after him to pull him up, and he was still swinging after he was being pulled away. This was really bad.
Without question, it is. And that's what, and it's one of those things where I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I'm really just like, dude, you wrong, bro. You got to have a little bit more self-control about that. But you could also clearly see that the referee was unprepared for any situation like that. They
didn't know it was coming.
I don't know. I think it was a failure across all. Like, first of all, Roger Jackson is not a trained professional wrestler. This was an independent wrestling company that was trying to get some little. They wanted their viral moment, and they damn sure got it in the worst type of way. So I hope that with Psycho Stu, but hopefully he recovers. Army vet, deals with PTSD. Wrestling was an outlet for him. It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, let me bring it back to the pepper. Because since Scotty D likes to irritate me, I like to irritate him.
Third and final. Watch out.
No. This is the second.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the second one.
It just seems like it.
This I know Scotty D's going to enjoy this because he has an affinity for these types of sports. But in the world of flag football and women's flag football, and still your reigning, defending World Games champion, Mexico defeats the United States in women's flag football at the Chengdu No. 7 High School Eastern Campus Athletics Field. That is how big women's flag football is. It was held, the World Games Championship was held at a high school football stadium. All right. And that's what's going on. We need real actual football to come, and we need it to come very, very soon. Eddie Cool, The ball.
All right, with that being said, fellas, third and final pepper point. Let's go back to 1986. Guess who hit their first major league career home run?
Barry Bonds.
Close. Be live.
I think he did. Maybe it was 87.
80s. You said what year was this again?
86. 1986.
1986. First.
Mark McGwire.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Mark McGwire from the Oakland A's hits his first major league home run. And I don't think he had facial hair at the time either. He was big as hell, but he probably didn't have facial hair. Yep. And we know what happened after that. That was one of what, 700? How many did he hit? Like 700? 600? 700? Yeah. Well,
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure if he got over 700 or not.
no, I don't think he did. But he hit a
He
lot
had
of
70
damn.
in a year, though.
Yeah, he hit a lot of damn home runs. Over to you, Scotty D.
He did. All natural. All natural.
Big ass head.
Hey, I saw Jera this past week. I went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. I saw the head of Jera Jones, and I was sad to learn it wasn't his real head. It was made up. He is still alive and well. I also know this because he's on every talk show this week. He's on with Michael Irvin. He's on with Stephen A. Smith. And he is the subject of Jerry and the Cowboys, the gambler show that's on Netflix right now. And he's doing the circuit, pushing this. And I watched this show and I watched these interviews with him. You know, there's a part of Jerry that just you feel for him because he is so charming and he has like this charisma, and you just want to take and shake him and say, hire a general manager, Jerry, before it's too late. And after watching, it's becoming apparent that it's never going to change and he's going to live forever. And so therein lies the fake Cowboy fan. It's nice. It was a nice bit of nostalgia to visit the busts in the Hall of Fame and a nice bit of nostalgia to go through the documentary. But we have no hope, Cowboy Nation. We have no hope. Be live. Over to you.
And Scotty, how about Steve Berline? Former
Berline,
Cowboy
yes,
and
sir.
former Carolina Panther quarterback. Steve Berline said, I'm going to do this. Go ahead, be live.
Yep.
And that Jared Jones and charming in the same sentence, I never thought I'd see the day.
Watch that documentary. We'll talk about it in a little bit because it's very interesting. Watch that documentary.
In the infamous words of Jerry Jones, you can take that documentary and shove it up your ass.
Boy.
Let me ask you a question about that.
Here we go.
Yeah, you heard them say that to Michael Irvin, that the agent said that. Did you take that in a literal sense?
No. My third and final pepper point. You know,
no, I'm serious. Do you think the agent actually said those words to him?
To Jerry Jones?
Yeah, Jerry Jones said, I had a meeting with Micah Parsons. I called the agent and I said, we're going to send over the contract terms. And the agent said, you can stick that up your ass. Because Ryan Clark went and asked the agent, did you say that? And he said, no, I never said that. And I never thought that I thought he was implying that as a generalization. I didn't take it literally that guy actually said that to Jerry Jones, because I figured if you say it to him, you'll never get a contract done with him ever again.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. I mean, despite who it is, Jerry Jones, this is downright disrespectful. If you're an agent, you don't do that.
Okay, let me make sure that something is made perfectly clear on this show. Jerry Jones, I'm very critical of the things that you do and all the things, and I got my popcorn ready for the crap show that we're going to see from the Dallas Cowboys this year.
7-10.
But if I ever get the opportunity to work with you when it comes to me making a little bit of change, whatever, sir, I will I will have the utmost respect for you in the position that you're in. I don't care. At the end of the day, I get to talk trash about Jerry Jones because, heck, I'm on an independent podcast. But if I'm conducting business directly with the man, yeah, I'm not. I don't believe the agent said you can stick it up your ass. That you bold when that man literally holds the future of your client in his hands. And Jerry Jones said it plain as day. He really does have the rights to Micah Parsons for the next 3 years if he absolutely wanted it to. And then it would just be a fight and a fight that I'm pretty sure that Jerry Jones will win. the fans will lose, the team will lose, and you think Jerry Jones actually cares. I think he's one of those guys with that type of an ego that's not going to let anybody.
Mm-mm.
And so that just sounds like something that Jerry like. It sounds like the agent didn't take it seriously, and Jerry Jones like, I gave you a good offer, and you said, "Well, we'll." He probably says, "Well, we'll get back to you," and Jerry Jones like, "We'll get back to you." Who do you think I am?
Yeah.
And so like yeah. So that's Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones, and he needs to cut it out. All right, my third and final pepper point. You know how I like to do things, but here's the thing: this gonna be a different type of tone because this hurts me to my heart to report this. Um, the past I think it was a couple weeks ago, we heard the announcement that AOL no longer has dial-up internet.
Mm-mm.
Right, that we grew up on.
Screeching and struggling.
Right, we like that. That noise will forever live in the back of our minds for eternity. For us
Mm-hmm.
that grew up in that age, I don't care. There's nothing that will get rid of that noise. There's nothing that will get rid of You've Got Mail
Mm-mm.
and the certain nostalgia that sort of grew up with. So I also have a certain bit of a nostalgia.
My email still says that.
You still have an AOL account?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. See, here's this is my nostalgia though, because back in 1996, I set up my first. My actually this my this I set it up. I was given one, but I set up my own personal email address, my personal email account. I was given one by HTC, the local telephone company. I ain't like that. I wanted my own to have my name on it, and it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to this service named Yahoo for my first ever email. And this was back in 1996. 29 years later, my primary email address is a Yahoo account. So I still hold Yahoo into some type of regard. Our fantasy football league is ran by Yahoo Sports.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look to Yahoo for certain things, I need Yahoo to be credible. I need them to be credible. So there was a football game this past week between Stanford and Hawaii. Um, some people may not know this, but the retired NFL quarterback Andrew Luck is like the president of football operations
Mm.
at Stanford. Hawaii ends up pulling off the upset with a game-winning field goal, and so Yahoo Sports decides to go to look up the um, Twitter X account of Andrew Luck to see his reaction to what happened. And so Yahoo Sports reports this as an actual literal sports article. And it goes as follows. This is a tweet from Andrew Luck's X page, X
Mm.
account. And it reads as follows. Dearest mother, the unit battled with great resolve and determination. Alas, victory was not ours today, but I am not downcast. I am inspired more than ever. The campaign is long, and we have tremendous fortitude. Tell the cows they were right. I am back where I belong. Quote unquote, Andrew. Here's the thing that X handle says Captain Andrew Luck. It has a X verified blue badge next to it. It is verified by X and Elon Musk. But if you click on the account, literally it says right underneath it, parody account. It's not actually Andrew Luck. Yahoo Sports. It took me 10 seconds to realize that. Y'all posted it as a legit actual article. I said, what in the entire hell, Gone with the Wind, Scarlet Letter, Shakespearean poetry BS are y'all posted as real stuff? Yahoo Sports, I need you to do better. Just tiniest bit of research
Mm.
before you think you post a legitimate sports story. But you really thought that was Andrew Luck talking in Shakespearean poetry, haiku? Old English. Come on, bro.
Yeah, this ain't it. That ain't it.
Yahoo Sports. Really? I'm going to have to switch to Gmail.
Switch to Gmail.
I still have a Hotmail account.
I got it's crazy. We got all of them. All right, with that being said, it's been another episode of the Sports Bros podcast. Thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing.
Scott don't even know what. Scott don't even know what.
I thought you had to get to bowling, and we were all the way back to AOL to get to Andrew Lux on Saturday. Yeah. So wow,
AOL, Edge looking everything. We got a college football season kicking all the way off. Everything going on.
Congratulations to Mick Fleetwood.
Mick Fleetwood, yes, Mick Fleetwood.
What?
Won a golf tournament this weekend. First time Mick Fleetwood. Mick Fleetwood. He was a Fleetwood Mac.
Oh dear sweet God,
Mick Fleetwood.
Tommy Fleetwood.
He won one too, and congratulations to Chinese Taipei winning Little League World Series. I got to go bowling. I'll see you guys.
All right,
no, you don't.
Oh boy! And in closing, do something nice for yourself.
He's getting paid to go to a soccer match.
Do something nice for someone else. He
likes soccer
now more than ever.
Scotty D likes soccer
and not a burden. This has been another episode of your favorite sports podcast. None other than the Sports